Archangel Michael says, something unseen has been moving in the shadows around you. A deal was struck, a secret was whispered into the night, and a woman answered the call not to help, but to hinder. Her hands were anointed not by love or protection, but by manipulation and spiritual interference. This was no ordinary woman. She cloaked herself in incense and darkness, drawing energy from the pain of others. Her powers were not rooted in light, and the moment your name passed through her lips, the winds shifted. The person who sought her out is closer to you than you think. They carry jealousy wrapped in smiles, pretending to want the best for you. Behind closed doors, they exchanged energy, words, and wealth to block your forward steps. She was tasked to pause your movement, to confuse your path, to dim your spiritual light. She lit her candles not to guide but to blind. But what she didn't expect was divine interruption. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, last night was meant to be the end for your opportunities. She had created a circle, invoking names meant to trap you in stagnation. But the heavens had already seen it coming. As the clock approached midnight, something strange happened in her chamber. Her candle flames began to flicker uncontrollably, and a wind, uninvited, blew out her intentions. She tried again, but this time, she was not alone. A celestial being stood before her, not to harm, but to warn. She trembled, realizing she had entered a territory too sacred for her to defile. That being was sent for your protection. The moment your photo was placed in her ritual, the energy turned against her. Instead of pulling your destiny into a box, it reversed and revealed hers. She screamed as visions of her own downfall came to life before her. Type Amen to get blessing 771. There was a mirror in her room, used in her dark works. But last night, it cracked with no physical touch. Her connection to your name was severed with a divine strike. The man who hired her thought it was a done deal. He believed that your destiny was now buried under her spiritual manipulations. He slept peacefully, thinking you were finished. But the truth is, you were never alone. The divine has always been surrounding your name, covering it in golden protection. Even when the spell was being prepared, your spirit remained untouchable. The woman tried to chant again, desperate to complete what she started. But her voice began to vanish mid-prayer. Her tongue grew heavy, her eyes saw fire instead of clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 494. The angels gathered and whispered your real name into the ether. They sang protection around your home, your heart, and your dream. And suddenly, she knew, this was a soul she could not touch. She packed away her tools, shaking. The energy had shifted, and now the curse she meant for you began circling her instead. Her own house grew colder, her animals howled, and the spirits she once commanded turned silent. Archangel Michael says, she is retreating. She will not dare touch your path again, for she has been marked with a warning. The divine realm has declared your journey sacred. You were meant for something bigger, and they saw that. That's why they tried to stop it before it grew. But they didn't know, what's divinely scheduled cannot be cancelled. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Last night, your name was erased from her altar. Your energy escaped like smoke from her bottle. And her power over you crumbled like dried leaves under a storm. But this isn't the first time someone tried to block you. There were others before, smaller attempts that failed before they even began. You may not have seen them, but heaven handled each one. The man who orchestrated this is someone who envies your rising. He's connected to you through business, family, or silent rivalry. He believes he has outsmarted fate. But he's now under divine investigation. There is a scroll with your name written in light. Every time someone speaks against you, that scroll shines brighter. Every curse turns into a blessing when it hits that scroll. Type Amen to get blessing 726. Your name is fireproof. Your purpose is earthquake tested. And the woman who tried to ruin you has now seen your spiritual immunity in action. She was once feared by many, her rituals known to work. But something about you changed that. You carry something rare, an unbreakable seal. That seal is what triggered the divine backlash. The moment she spoke your name, it echoed through the divine halls. A decree was made to end her influence. You are rising now, with nothing holding you back. The road ahead will still have challenges, but the blockages placed by her hands are no longer valid. They've been removed from your life's path. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, don't fear the delays that came before. They were allowed for a purpose, to make you stronger, to prepare you. But the sabotage that was meant to be permanent has now turned temporary. You will begin to feel energy returning. Your thoughts will be clearer, your nights more peaceful. Because the blockage lifted last night, and your spirit has begun to run again. The woman was seen running from her own temple. Her dress torn, her voice gone. She was chased not by people, but by the very spirits she once ruled. Heaven is making an example through her downfall. That no weapon formed against a protected soul will succeed. You are that soul. Type Amen to get blessing 317. The days ahead are different now. A new favor is unlocking every hour. Doors that were welded shut are now swinging open without resistance. The man who paid for your downfall will soon face a collapse of his own. You won't have to lift a hand, karma has already begun its assignment. His partnerships are weakening, his plans are rotting. You will receive strange messages, calls, texts, emails from people who previously ignored you. That's because the veil around your destiny has now lifted. They're seeing you clearer than ever. Even strangers are dreaming about you. Your face appears in places where your body hasn't even gone. That's the power of divine repositioning. Type Amen to get blessing 684. The spiritual woman has confessed silently to her mentor. She whispered your name and said, I can't go near this soul anymore. Her hands are shaking, and her temple is now losing followers. You are being elevated by this disruption. What was meant to sink you is now your staircase. What was planned to bury you has now promoted you. Archangel Michael says, your enemies have been exposed in their own mirrors. They can no longer pretend. Their fake smiles will twitch when they face you next. You will see their eyes dart, their voices stumble. That's how you'll know who was against you and who watched it happen silently. God is not exposing them to hurt you, but to free you. Type Amen to get blessing 442. The next 7 days will be unusual. You'll feel moments of déjà vu, prophetic dreams, and intense clarity. That's the residue of the broken spell finally leaving your life. You'll be drawn to people you never considered before. Some strangers will seem familiar. These are your new spiritual allies, assigned to replace those who were once secretly tearing you down. The financial stagnation will end abruptly. Money that was locked in strange cycles will start appearing without blockage. Your name is entering conversations of wealth and blessings. A deal that was once stuck is now moving again. A job, a home, a call, you will hear news that affirms this shift. All because of what failed to happen last night. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Someone you trusted was sitting with the enemy. They passed your information with a smile, thinking you'd never know. But heaven recorded every moment. They wanted to delay your love life, your income, and your clarity. But they didn't know, they were building a blessing for you unknowingly. Their rituals gave heaven the reason to step in stronger. The woman has now vanished from the public. Her pages are inactive, her words forgotten. Because she dared to touch a chosen one. The divine realm is cleaning the space around you. Even the silent watchers are being removed. And you are being guided to new soil, new fruit, new triumphs. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Keep this in your heart, what left you was never yours. What's coming to you cannot be stopped. And the energy shift you'll feel this week is just the beginning. If you see butterflies, birds landing near you, or random lights flickering, it's confirmation. If you find coins, hear music with your name, or get unexplainable chills, it's your spiritual transition. Your destiny is no longer blocked. The proof is not only in the spiritual realm but will soon appear in the physical. Watch for the signatures, the open gates, the unexpected approvals. Your life has moved out of the trap and into the treasure. The woman's ritual failed because you're too chosen to curse. Too watched to be harmed. Too protected to be pushed back. Type Amen to get blessing 333. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the sound of chains breaking around your destiny echoed into the night skies. As the spiritual woman's altar collapsed, your name was released from the ropes she tied around it. Heaven saw every knot, and heaven untied them without her knowing. Your name is now vibrating with a new frequency. You'll feel lighter, more present, and stronger even in silence. That's not imagination, it's the release of bondage once hidden by shadows. She had called on dark forces to stall your peace, your prosperity, and your promotion. But instead of succeeding, her own spirit began to decay. She miscalculated your divine connection, and now she suffers the consequences of that arrogance. The divine realm has moved in. And it's clearing not just what was done yesterday, but even what was done years ago. You are entering a full restoration cycle. Type Amen to get blessing 911. The man who hired her tried to pay for your silence. He was afraid of your progress because your growth reminds him of what he'll never become. So he tried to silence your breakthrough by going through her hands. But spiritual hands don't work on chosen souls. No matter how expensive the offering, your soul cannot be purchased, paused, or played with. The woman learned that too late. She's seen a dream where a golden lion chased her. That lion is not just symbolic, it's a guardian tied to your spirit. He now watches over your house, your plans, and even your thoughts. People will begin to notice your glow return. You'll be complimented for no reason. It's because what was covering your light has now been shattered. Type Amen to get blessing 300. The woman no longer sleeps properly. She wakes with scratches, heaviness, and nightmares. Her house that once hummed with false power now feels haunted. You, on the other hand, will begin to sleep deeper. You'll notice healing in your body, your breathing, and even in your skin. That's because when curses are lifted, your cells rejoice. Do not reconnect with those who played a part in this attack. They may smile now, but their spirits are under surveillance. The same ones who plotted are now being exposed one by one. Very soon, one of them will reach out pretending to check on you. That message is not concern, it's panic. Because they can feel that something went wrong in their plan. Type Amen to get blessing 888. She was supposed to block your destiny, but instead, she opened a divine investigation. What was hidden under veils has now been broadcast in heaven's courtroom. Angels have reviewed your case. And you were found innocent. Not just of current accusations, but even of things you blamed yourself for in secret. Freedom was your judgment. Victory was your sentence. You'll begin to notice weird patterns breaking, money returning, friends reaching out, deals moving again. That's the reversal of what she tried to pause. Your enemies are now having meetings without solutions. They are talking, but their words turn to confusion. Because heaven has removed their access to your future. Type Amen to get blessing 147. A woman you never met will soon contact you with an opportunity. She's the replacement for the dark one. Where the enemy tried to curse, God will now bless. She may offer you work, healing, support, or wisdom. Receive her with discernment, but know she is divinely sent to correct the imbalance. Light always sends replacements. Meanwhile, the one who made the deal will start to experience heavy setbacks. His technology will break. His plans will misfire. His peace will become noise. He doesn't understand yet, but what he tried to stop has now become unstoppable. You will rise in front of him. That will be his lesson. Type Amen to get blessing 613. Archangel Michael says, your spirit cried for help, and help arrived faster than any attack could finish. That's why the ritual never took full hold. You were being protected in real time. You must now walk like someone who is covered. Speak like someone who's crowned. Move like someone who is chosen, because you are. This week, spend time near nature or light a white candle at sunrise. These acts will align you with the energy of breakthrough that's already moving in your direction. Do not speak of the attack anymore, it is done. Speak of the future that's now unlocked. Speak of the blessings you're ready to hold. Type Amen to get blessing 200. There is a strange silence in the life of the woman who attacked you. Her power source has disconnected. Her spirit guides have withdrawn. The same entities she tried to summon are now scared of your name. Because once touched by divine fire, your name carries warning. A seal of judgment floats around those who dare to harm you again. You'll begin to notice people stuttering around you, revealing secrets without intending to. They're being spiritually nudged to confess. Some of them don't even know why they're spilling truths, but you'll listen. Every confession will add strength to your walk. Every exposure will make you fearless. Your destiny is now flowing with clarity and restored peace. Type Amen to get blessing 723. The person who triggered all this drama thought no one would know. They believed money could protect them from divine backlash. But what they don't realize is, your name is now mentioned in heaven. A record of every attempt against you is being rewritten. The curses reversed, the timelines adjusted. Your destiny is back on schedule, and it's picking up speed. Don't be surprised when people you forgot start dreaming about you. They'll reach out with stories, visions, or apologies. That's your spiritual signal that the blockage has lifted. From this moment on, everything meant for you must reach you. No one can delay it now, not by magic, money, or manipulation. You are fully unlocked. Type Amen to get blessing 101. The woman's spiritual room now carries the scent of her own fear. Every time she walks past her altar, her ears ring. Her hands twitch. Her heart races. That's because your spirit is now protected by thunders. A spiritual lightning was summoned against the attack. You didn't see it, but you'll feel its results soon. The curse they tried to place on your voice is gone. Speak loudly. Sing again. Pray out loud. Your throat chakra is now anointed for divine influence. You may feel heat in your hands, feet, or spine, that's activation. You're being spiritually recalibrated to walk forward with new power. Step boldly. Type Amen to get blessing 335. You'll notice coins on the floor, birds watching you longer than usual, and songs playing that mention freedom. These are signs, confirmations that your timeline is correcting itself. There will be divine justice. But it won't look like revenge. It will look like your elevation. The more you rise, the more their failures will be exposed. The woman will soon be seen closing her business. Her name will lose influence. Her own clients will begin to speak of failed work. This is not punishment, it's balance. You were supposed to be the target, but instead, you've become the lesson. Her chapter with your name is now over. Type Amen to get blessing 414. Do not pity her. Do not look back. Keep moving into the blessings that are rushing toward you now. This is your window of divine rewards. Unexpected gifts, lost connections being restored, and finances rising again, this is your new path. The block was removed violently, and now there's no resistance. You are being fast-tracked. Some blessings that were supposed to take months will now appear in days. Some messages that were held back will now arrive instantly. Stay grounded, stay silent about your next moves, and stay open. The spiritual gate that once closed on you has now opened wider than before. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Your light was almost dimmed, but now it burns even brighter. Let no one fool you again into thinking you are ordinary. Your life has been touched by divine fire. And to those who plotted your spiritual arrest, you are now their reminder that destiny cannot be bought. Heaven protects what it has called. And your name is sealed under divine authority. Let this be the last day you mourn over delay. The delay was protection. The failed spell was your confirmation. Now, it's time to walk into your victory. Your name will be spoken in good rooms. Your feet will walk into safe places. And your voice will echo through breakthroughs. You are ready. Type Amen to get blessing 333. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the wind has changed direction in your life. That dark woman, who once sat in power, has now lost her influence. And you, once whispered about in closed rooms, are now being spoken of in the light. Your name has entered a realm of restoration where even lost years will be redeemed. What they took spiritually, financially, and emotionally will be returned sevenfold. Heaven has declared it, and earth must obey. Do not second-guess this shift. You will feel it in your body, your mind, and your environment. Objects in your home will feel lighter, your dreams will become prophetic, and silence will carry peace again. That's what happens when divine judgment removes the hands of those who once tried to suppress you. You are no longer who you were even a week ago. You've stepped into the version of yourself that cannot be controlled by another's fear. Type Amen to get blessing 818. The man who paid her to stop your destiny has tried to contact her again. But she is not responding. She has retreated into hiding, afraid of what she saw last night. She will tell no one the full vision she witnessed, but you need to know. She saw herself swallowed in darkness while your face rose in golden light. Her voice was silenced. Yours was multiplied. The angels placed a shield around you that can no longer be pierced. Even if someone tries again, their work will backfire instantly. You are spiritually fireproof now. Others who were watching in silence, hoping the spell would take effect, will now turn away in shame. They pretended to be neutral, but neutrality in betrayal is betrayal too. Type Amen to get blessing 707. Don't be surprised if you receive apologies or indirect messages. Some people will act like they've always supported you. But your spirit will know who's real and who's rehearsing remorse. You don't need to respond to them. Your elevation will speak louder than any reply. Rise in silence, and let their guilt be their teacher. In the next few days, signs will appear to confirm everything you've felt. Feathers, flashes of light, phone calls from unknown numbers, coins in strange places. All pointing to one truth: you are no longer blocked. This is your re-entry. Your spiritual relaunch. What was held up has now been released, and it will arrive without further resistance. Type Amen to get blessing 121.